One game has been played here on the Thursday night of Week 5 here at the MLD. I am Ninja Rider. With me now is my former teammate and excellent colleague and up-and-comer caster and apparently very busy man, Kendo. I can't think of another "and," so we're going to have to go with that.
That's the most compliments I think I've ever gotten in one introduction, so I must be doing something, right?
No, I'm doing something wrong. What?
What?
I didn't throw in an insult or anything?
No, you didn't throw a single insult in there, and I appreciate that, sir.
The heck is wrong with me? Anyways, Dodgers and Lightning are up next here on for some Platinum League action. They're hitting their halfway point, as we mentioned earlier, in their 10-week league play. Second in the Volcanic Division is the Dodgers, playing some pretty solid Rocket League so far. Last week they went 4-1 against the Sharks, so they want to have a little bit of redemption as they go up against the Lightning, who are actually fourth in the Storm Division. Kendo, we were talking about this just now. 8-12. It's a pretty decent form.
Yeah, that's a very decent record for fourth in the Storm Division. Storm Division last season was an extremely strong division, and this season it's starting to look like one of the divisions that's really tough to get through. But I find it fun. We had two of the divisions that were really tough on each other going up against each other here in Volcanic versus the Storm. Dodgers, Lightning. The Dodgers, I'm going to give them credit, though. Being on PlayStation 4 is their platform, and they're only a game behind the Elite, who have looked really, really strong here in the early going of Season 6. But we have all the players in. It looks like they are filing into position. We're going to get underway. Ninja, I believe you are on the call, sir.
I am on the call. Well, okay. Oddneck on the analysis, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Definitely the better player, so there you go. You're on it. As we have kickoff here in Game 1. My camera goes haywire. It's exactly what needs to happen when you're on play-by-play. A slight miss there from the Dodgers. Now, let's see what Prozac can do. Nothing coming. Superman gets a great block and out to center for Tev. Here comes Snyder. Or Cinder, sorry, it's Cinder. Towards that blue net. Tev couldn't get the flip he needed. And there you go. The Lightning on the board first.
Can't say enough about being able to hit the ball that well in the midfield. Cinder gets a real nice boomer there from the mid, and it's just over the defender's head. First goal will go to the Lightning.
Off the sidewall, here's Prozac again towards that blue net. Not going to work out. Here's Superman towards his corner. Good move by him. Pinched to center, and here's Tev. Didn't realize he had some time. He could have played that a little bit slower. Hunting down to Cinder. Not going to work as Super. What?
Supermans! That's who it is, Mr. Ryder. And I tell you what, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from both of these teams to start out. They're staying grounded as long as they possibly can, getting a lot of power on those shots.
Pull shot, cheat up. Prozac gets the credit. Fantastic play by the Lightning.
I didn't realize that this was still in the Lightning playbook right here. Absolutely perfect cheat up by these guys, and we have 3 goals in only 44 seconds, Ninja.
This might turn into a bit of a marathon. Tev is going to chase this off the kickoff. Slow play, coming off the corner. Can't get it past Prozac. Good flip by Pro there. And Cinder to knock it away. Found some open field now. It's an open net. Can't get behind the ball properly. We'll go for a center. Here's Prozac. It's dropped in front of the net. Tev is there, and a fantastic play off the post. The Lightning scramble back. Here come the Dodgers. What can they do? Superman is out of boost, so, well, pretty much nothing.
So close there on the earlier chance by the Lightning. The Dodgers get away with something there as another close shot will go off of both bars and the counterattack ensuing.
Ball crossing the crease here. Prozac lines it up. Superman couldn't make anything happen. Stopped by Tev and has to recover quickly. Decides to go backwards and stop Cinder's advance. Still in the corner, and a big one. Tev with the catch. Trying to set up for Superman. No, he will not. Off the corner. Can he get the double touch? No, but it sets up for Superman, who goes high. It was a good idea. Great play to develop, but not quite enough there for the Dodgers.
Prozac, very nice shot in the middle. And we're going to see another equalizer goal here with just under 3 minutes to go.
Hey, Kendo.
Yeah?
How about that mic mutage in Skype there, eh?
Mic mutage in Skype?
Yeah. We're getting double at you.
Uh-oh.
So, Tev winning this one off the kickoff here after the tie-up goal. The Oddneck figures out his sound issue. No big deal. Happens from time to time, unfortunately. As Tev goes for the demo and it rolls in!
Ooh.
Absolute savagery from Tev!
Extremely savage on the demo. The initial touch right there, and Tev, he goes straight for that defender who's in net. Well played, and good communication there on that play.
We have not even reached halftime, and 5 goals have been scored. Another one coming out here for Tev. It's stopped, and Cinder just terrible placement, bro.
My goodness, they paid for the cheat up right there. Cinder was out of position for that save. He did have an opportunity at it, but he stopped on the backboard. You just need to follow through with that. You have to YOLO it. Go for that save.
Superman, can you do anything? Yeah, it's going to bounce off the corner. Superman's going to go up for it. He's just going to give possession away to both the Lightning players who both go for that ball. Not a great idea. Back pass to Cinder. Finally advances it down the line and around the corner we go. Tev is there to challenge. Now it's an open net. Prozac can't quite make it happen. The Cinder goes under the ball. Not great placement there from the Lightning as the Dodgers regroup. Get it away from that crease. Tev advancing hard, but he couldn't follow through. Here comes Cinder rolling it down. Big bump coming out from Prozac. It didn't quite work out though as Superman challenges, sets it up for Tev. Nice and easy for the Dodgers. They have a 2-goal lead. No need to get crazy, Kendo. But these guys definitely smell it. They want the win.
And they're applying decent pressure right here. The only thing I'm worried about for the Dodgers right now is that overcommit that the Lightning weren't able to make them pay for earlier. If they keep on doing that, we could see a quick change in the score at a very fast rate.
Oh, dunk by Tev! Clip that one because that should be a play of the week. This is Platinum League, everybody. Tev able to get above the ball. Prozac could not get the touch he wanted. Need to throw that towards the opposite corner. Did not work out. Great follow through there by Tev. It's 5-2. They're feeling it.
Absolutely perfect double touch. As you said, definitely clip that. And remember, the Balls MLD Play of the Week. Tweet that clip and hashtag it MLDPOTW.
Not PTOW, like I said the last time I was on here. Got called out, savage. Because you guys are savages. Loose ball here. On the Lightning side, Superman. Patiently playing this one out, letting the time run out is a good idea. Towards the net, though. Prozac, demos, and an own goal.
It's a very nice pickup here as Superman's. He powers through, showing that supreme power. Prozac on the comeback, gets the demo to try to prevent, but ends up own goaling there. A painful way to go out with a 6-2 lead right now. This one looking firmly in the side of the Dodgers.
Dodgers are having a field day, if you will. Boys in blue just kind of pummeling the Lightning at this point. It looked like it was going to be quite the shootout there in the first minute or two, but no go, says the Dodgers. Superman's. Whose man's is this? Tev towards the net. That's an open one, as Cinder couldn't get there in time. I mean, the Lightning right now are just all over the place.
Absolutely. Complete collapse of the defensive rotation. If you are going to commit to that, Prozac really needs to make some sort of contact because his other teammate trying to get back in time on the opposite side of the field is not going to make the save without some sort of interference.
Less than 30 left, though. Dodgers are not going to relent, though, as those who've been around the MLD for quite some time and know about the tiebreakers that come about when lots of goals are scored. As a miss there by Cinder. Prozac might have a chance. Past Superman's, past Tev. It's high. Cinder's up. Not going to work out as it bounces off the ceiling, sort of towards the net as Prozac feels backflips. Tev will let this die out. No, they'll get it. They'll get a consolation goal. Reads the play well.
And as you said, every single goal counts. Imagine, if you will, a scenario where that goal becomes the difference between making the playoffs and not making the playoffs. And especially in tough divisions, that was an extremely good goal to go off on. Let's see if the Lightning can ride that momentum into the next game.
Well, let's see if they can. I mean, it's going to be tough for them. Dodgers playing very, very well. They're communicating extremely well. You can tell they play together quite a bit. Prozac and Cinder having some issues there towards the middle of the game, and they just could not recover quite in time. That said, the Dodgers playing very well, keeping up that tradition of winning.
Dodgers were playing very efficiently, I might add, as well. They had 7 shots total, 7 goals, and somehow the Lightning got a save in there.
Somehow. We're still not quite sure how, but they did.
Yeah, somehow. I mean, we're working on that. Jay is running science numbers as we speak. He's trying to figure it out. Heaven knows it triggers him when he sees that.
Hey, hang on. Science numbers as opposed to what numbers?
Science numbers, I mean, never mind.
Okay.
But you found the weakness. Remember, mathematics is everywhere.
Tev with a shot. It'll not quite wide enough as it bounces off the sideboard. Prozac to pick up. Trying to get some control here. Lightning patiently waiting. So was the Dodgers, able to clear that away. Cinder wisely stayed back, looking for his teammate to rotate in. Now towards the net. It's high. It's going to be tough. Cinder, no touch. Luckily, he's towards the corner. Tev pop up. Superman's waiting. Tev tried for the double. He tried to go for something crazy. Didn't quite work out here. 45 seconds into game 2, and already the Dodgers playing super, super well. And
conversely for the Lightning, I mean, right there, you could see the hole in the rotation 1.5 miles away. One player trying to make solo plays for days is not going to do it. Sometimes it will in Plat League, but when you're playing a really solid team as the Dodgers are looking to be, it's really hard to get around 2 defenders if you're one person. You got to pass it off to your teammate.
And just got to set something up. Granted, it's hard to do, but that's towards the net, off the curve of the wall. A great touch by Sid.
I believe I just ate my words right there. Cinder is able to get a quick touch on that ball and able to beat both defenders on the transition. And I mean, 1v1 plays work a lot better in quick transition.
As evidenced right there, Tev, though, try to respond. A demo. That left the goal open, and he slams her home. Nice little style on it. Tev to tie it up.
That one hurt just a little bit. I'm not sure what the kickoff strategy was for the Lightning, but the rotation completely failed. And the equalizer on the board, 3:34 to go.
Tev going to pick this up off kickoff. Prozac is there waiting. Bounced right past him, though. Tev to set up. Not going to happen. Cinder denies. Down the line we go here. Right side towards the net. Superman's just parks it. Towards his corner. Now Prozac. It's an open net. Cinder takes the lead.
I tell you what, if the Lightning can harness the power of this quick rotation, they can starve their opponents out for boost. They might see opportunities like that. And credit to both Prozac for the pass and Cinder for the quick rotation in to finish that off.
Popped up kickoff. Cinder to line up here. Here comes Superman's. That only centers for Prozac. Pass out to Cinder. Prozac, can he get there? No, Cinder will go for it. Towards the net. Superman's the block. Prozac towards the net again, and that's exactly what he needed to do. Super patient and right in.
If you are the Lightning right now, do not take your foot off of the pedal, because this pressure is hurting the Dodgers with just under 3 minutes to go. You have a 2-goal lead. Keep it up. See if you can expand that lead and answer well here in game 2.
You might be hitting a hotkey because your Skype keeps going nuts, man. Oh, Superman's! As we try to figure out Kendo's little issue, not quite sure what's going on over there, but off of the corner, you can see Cinder had a good idea to clear that away off the corner, but he had to time that really well, and unfortunately he missed that as Dodgers looking to tie this one up. It's only a 1-goal differential. Just under 3 minutes left. Kendo, how you doing, man?
I am here, but for some reason my mute in Skype keeps on undoing itself.
Weird.
If something... it might be something involving my controller.
Cinder. Crossbar. Still out. Yeah, Tev finally gets there in time. That was so much patience. Make sure they didn't make the wrong touch, but the Lightning could not take advantage of as we have surpassed halftime, Kendo. Lightning looking very strong right now, but keeping it on the offensive end for the most part.
Yeah, not bad at all, but like I said, they really need to keep that pressure on. Otherwise, you're going to see more results like that as Supermans comes in and puts the equalizer on the board.
Completely read Cinder's thoughts right there as Prozac way too far back on the goal line. Had no momentum to try to save that one away. It was going to be a tough one. And there you go. We're tied up at 2 minutes left. The Dodgers seem to have found their stride again. We are rounding second base when it comes to the time clock. 3-3. Lightning starting to not quite fall apart, but they're starting to double commit, and some communication breakdown is happening.
Absolutely, but really, I other than the quick goals early on in this game, I haven't seen too many indications that the communication was there in the first place, as their rotation has been... It's been tough to watch. They've been shoring it up, though, which is an encouragement here in Game 2 as they... That's a rough one. That's a rough goal right there.
Very rough. Prozac tried to clear this one away. It was knocked towards the net. But nah, Tev, realizing he had kind of a shot. Not really. Supermans could not get out of there in time, so he just kind of lobbed it towards the net. Sometimes that's all you need to do there. With a minute and a half, they take the lead after being down by 3 in the beginning of this game. Uh-oh. Tev is there, barely. Oh, that was tense there.
So close. See if they can keep the pressure on. And the clear here, we're going to see the chance for a counter goal. Thankfully, they're able to come across and push it to the side.
Cinder pops it up. Prozac can't quite get control. It's one of the things that you learn real fast here in Platinum League is ball control, super important. And towards the net is Superman.
Another instance of the rotation failing here. I mean, I'd hate to sound like a broken record, but Cinder, you got to be on the ball. Be aware the ball cam needs to be on. Try to interfere with that ball, especially when the Dodgers so quick to the ball. He wasn't there to defend that shot, plain and simple.
Superman's again! Oh, man, what a save indeed coming out there from Tev. He was all the way back, and he whiffs it! 1-goal game again, 39 seconds left, the Lightning trying to come back.
What a shot by Cinder. Approaches it perfectly. Gets a little help from the defender, Tev, on the defensive end. 1-goal lead with 39 seconds left. This is still possible.
Very tense times here for both teams. Superman gets the better pinch. That's towards the net, off the corner. Now they need to defend well. Superman cannot get the touch. Here comes Prozac. Taking on Tev. Tev to knock away right towards Cinder. What can he do with it? Superman's is up. Great defense by the Dodgers. They're able to knock it away pretty much at will. Superman's now. Prozac kind of shadowing in the air. Everybody crowding around the ball. Superman's grabs control, flick up, and Tev will finish it off. Great team play by the Dodgers.
Great team play indeed. A little bit of a risky overcommit here, but Supermans comes in. What a cut on that ball. Perfect dribble to get it back towards the net. The flick up, perfect for Tev to finish. And this game all but over with 6 seconds left.
Lightning really need to take this time to regroup. I wouldn't surprise me to see them use the whole minute as they go down 2-0 here in this series. Coming up against a really tough Dodgers squad. Both players on the Dodgers playing very well. Great communication, great mechanics being shown by the Dodgers. They're definitely listening to their Champ League teammates.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the advantages that you have with the MLD, especially now that there are two different leagues. There's so much opportunity for growth because you got guys in the Champ League who are willing to help out the guys in the Platinum League with both strategies, working on their game mechanics, so much that you can do to improve yourself. And of course, I believe if you type in info, you can find out a little bit more about how to join the MLD here on stream. So if you want to learn more, we have plenty of information for you to look at. So here we go, Game 3 now underway.
Squirts out towards the Tev. Trying to figure out what he wants to do with it here. No, Prozac. Oh, he meets him well as Tev able to flip up above Prozac. Cinder to knock it towards the center again. Here comes Superman's with Galore. Tev will get there first, but again knocked to the side. It's pretty much trenches dug here in the midfield. Superman's looking for a pass. Tev facing the wrong way. It'll be Prozac to pick up. No real offensive tries as of yet here in the first 30 seconds. You can see the Dodgers just keeping pressure on the ball as much as possible. May not have a shot. They're still going for it as a pass up to Superman's. Can't be redirected. Cinder finally to knock it away from his side. 45 seconds have elapsed. And both teams just cannot get anything towards the net. Finally, Cinder right in.
It seems like what the Lightning have to do is go all in on the pressure game, because every time that they've been able to double commit safely, and I say safely with quotation marks, I'm not sure if you could feel the air move when I did them, but every time that they've gone all in, it has paid off for them, and what a shot out of the mid. So close for Supermans.
Slightly down and in, it would have slammed home to tie up the game, but now Prozac has to be super careful. This is bouncing hard. We both know the Dodgers can do some pretty crazy stuff in the air, but it's going to be the ground game towards the net. Stopped by Superman. Cinder has to grab it up and go off the wall. Trying for a ceiling something. Not going to work out. He tries to get back into position again. Off the post. Tev towards the net. That's a setup for Superman's, and he'll slam it home. Nobody home from the Lightning as Cinder went a little bit too crazy on the style.
I'm not sure what happened to Prozac on the back end of this, but both Lightning overcommit on the defensive end. I think they heard me say overcommit safely, and they thought they could overcommit on defense. Nah.
Nah, fam. Can't be doing that. What do you do? Cinder towards the net.
A chance for Cinder.
Great heads-up play by Cinder. Not going to work out, though, as Prozac right in, rolls her in, and take the lead.
I really love the offensive pressure here by Prozac, waiting perfectly in the mid, takes advantage of Superman's being slow to the ball. Great shot right on the open net as the Dodgers didn't even have a chance to rotate back.
As time begins to wind down here, 3:15 left. Cinder rolls it around the corner. Tev gets there first. Prozac towards the net again. Not a great touch there as Superman's able to clear it away. Dodgers kind of grouping up again. You get a little bit of space there. Prozac challenges. A good challenge by the Lightning. Dodgers stay on their side. And see Tev trying to time his touch for a big clear. Didn't quite work out, but Superman's carried across the field towards the net. Can't get there in time. I couldn't see who that was. I think that was Cinder, but a great carry here by Superman's.
And Cinder had all the time in the world to go for that ball. The extra little flick, though, for Superman's what gets it by him. Very well played, and a good quick play by the Dodgers to equalize.
Coming up on halftime. Cinder with the fake. I'm calling it a fake. Probably wasn't. A little mistake. Now Superman's again the top shelf.
The Lightning definitely need to work on the rotation off of this kickoff, because this is the third time that we've seen the person who went for the kickoff go off to the side, while the other one cheats up and just doesn't really do anything. Leaves them both out of position, and the Dodgers take the lead once again after a good Lightning effort here early on.
Good touch there by Cinder to send it to the other side. Possible breakaway. Tev is the stop. The advance, but again, the Lightning bunched up around each other. Tev off the wall. Prozac tried to stop that. It ended up being a pass to Superman's. Hard to control at that angle. Pass up to Cinder. It gets knocked away. And still on the offense is the Dodgers. Superman slow plays. Super confident is Super at this point.
Perfect positioning by his teammate, waiting there in the back. Didn't overcommit on a ball that he probably could have overcommitted on. Be interesting to see if they continue that good rotation in the offense and try to keep this Lightning team pinned down in their own end.
Trying to see if the Lightning are trying for some team plays. They're trying some different stuff here, but every time they go for boost, they seem to be completely out of position, not able to recover in time as the demo comes out. Tev on, I believe that was Prozac. Yes, it was. That relieves some pressure for the Dodgers. Still have that 1-goal lead. They're playing it hard, Kendo. And the Dodgers seem to be kind of content as Tev takes a shot and right in.
Prozac unable to make the defense, being there in net, and he was also sideways. That's a really tough ball to defend. Cinder, though, almost coming in quickly to get the touch away. Good try by the Lightning, but a really, really good shot there by the Dodgers.
2-goal lead here for the Dodgers in Game 3. They're looking to take the series here. Superman's towards the center. Met by Prozac as Cinder trying to get in position. Tev off the wall. Slightly around the corners. The 1-minute timer goes off. Dodgers super comfortable just playing it slow. They're kind of using the time up, Kendo. It's super smart of them.
Very much so, and especially when you're up by 2 with just under a minute to go. Even if you don't get big offensive touches, this time that they're spending in the Lightning zone is killing any chance the Lightning have of making up this game. Now 33 seconds left with a 2-goal deficit. The Lightning need to put the pressure on here.
Demo on Cinder. And that leaves Prozac completely out of position. Superman's Cinder is up. Blocked off the crossbar. Here comes Prozac. No, it'll be Cinder to advance as Tev tries to meet him. He does, barely. A great backflip touch there. Now Tev's turn. 10-second timer's gone off. Prozac in his way. Stop that and go off the corner. Here's 5 seconds left. It's not enough time to make a catch-up, but a shot coming through and blocked away. Again, those goals so important, but the Dodgers will take Game 3 and the series so far. The Lightning need to not give up.
Absolutely. That is the absolute last thing that you can do in an MLD series. Yes, you're down by 3, but as we said before, every goal, every single game counts. If the Lightning can reduce this to a 3-2 loss, they're going to continue to position themselves really, really well in what has been a very competitive Storm division so far in this season. And they've done that quite a bit so far in this season. I believe they were 4-11 in division, and by getting those 4 games off of division opponents who really, really gave them a hard time, they were able to add a 4-1 in their last week, getting a lot of momentum back. They can use that momentum here, try to get a couple games here. That's the goal for the Lightning as Game 4 is underway.
It is definitely underway. Is Superman's. That's a good setup here for Cinder. Can he do it? Not quite. He's a little bit ahead of the play as the touch off the walls. Not quite judged correctly. As we go backboard, open net. Superman's off the post. Not quite enough here. 30 seconds in. Prozac with the whip. Cinder going to try to cover that, wrapping it around the corner, but Prozac still recovering. Tough play there for Prozac. Superman's above Prozac's head. There is Cinder. Tev trying to play off of him. It actually worked out well. I think he hit Cinder, and that's what caused the ball to go into the corner. Now Cinder on an open net. Can he do it? Pops it up off the crossbar. Both Dodgers all messed up in the net, but they finally recover. Tev gets challenged by Cinder.
No.
Now an open net again, but I think, was he bumped?
There was a little bit of a bump right there, but Cinder, he got the initial defense, but he hit the ball so hard, he re-centered it for the fast break. And that don't do that. Just plain and simple, don't do that.
Tough habit to break for sure as Prozac out of the center. Superman's there. Oh, stomped and out by Tev. Still 0-0 here after a minute and a half. The last games have been near shootouts, but you can see the Dodgers are more than willing to just kind of do their thing and wait for the mistake by the Lightning.
The Lightning have picked up their pace, but they really haven't cleaned up the misplays in the rotation completely just yet. And that's really been the problem, as this ball's going to go opposite and almost centered there for another shot on net. But if the Dodgers just keep this up, they pin the Lightning in their end, they're going to force the mistakes, and it's pretty much what we were trying to do with the Lightning last season.
Pretty much, as Superman's up this, so is Tev towards the net. Can't get the double touch again. As you tell, Tev's trying to get a little bit of a highlight reel going. Pro can't quite do it again. It's a little bit underneath the ball as Tev follows through, stops Cinder's advance. Still 0-0 here as we're nearing halftime. We actually surpassed halftime. Game 4 is flying by, Kendo. But finally a shot. Prozac is already there. It seems like the Lightning have cleaned up their defense. Now the overcommit, not good at all.
Thankfully, no one there from the Dodgers end to punish that double commit. Cinder and Prozac both up on that aerial. Cinder realizing he was overcommitting. Oh my, this is going to be center for Prozac, and he's able to score.
That was all Cinder. Cinder managing to flick this one towards the net. It wasn't quite there, but he just keeps turning into Tev. Tev had nowhere to go. Could have probably flipped up and over him, but you don't really think about that at this level. You kind of want to just get to the ball, and things are happening so fast, at least in your head. It's, you just don't realize that you can get out of that, and that's something to learn, indeed.
Absolutely, and that kickoff right there was a really good sign for me out of the Lightning. It was the first really good rotation that they had on a kickoff, and we'll see if they can maintain that. They have a 1-goal lead with a minute 38 left. Can they keep it this time? Oh, what a save!
Great save by Prozac, but gonna be for not quite, just barely off the bar as Tev shot finally into the corner for the Lightning. They need to get organized, start communicating again. Rotations have definitely broken down as the demo comes out here from Tev. It's absolute savagery. Double demo by Tev.
That's one way to take control of a game right there. Demo both teammates, or both your opponents, get them off the field, and then you can start over fresh on your own side with full boost.
Tev tried to take a shot from midfield. He's going to whiff on the follow-up. There's Super. Can't quite make it happen as the worm not going to Prozac. Here is Prozac. Pops it up. Stopped by Superman. So you can see Prozac was expecting some sort of touch like that, the way that Superman's was coming up off the wall. But now a touch.
Oh my!
Tev will finish it off.
What a challenge on this ball by Supermans. Gets a nice little touch up, is able to center it perfectly for Tev. Prozac put himself out of the play early on, and an overcommit punishes the Lightning once again.
Don't think it was quite a turtle as he flipped into the ball, so unfortunately not quite living up to the Thursday name. Cinder right to Tev, who pops up, takes a bump. There's no way to follow that up. Prozac right back to Tev. Both teams kind of just giving possession away at this point, as we're tied at 1 with 15 left. Most hype games so far this series, as the Dodgers have been kind of just owning it in the first 3 games, but game 4.
Oh, this might
lit up. Cinder towards the net, can't get the angle he needs. Superman's. Cinder's a little bit too far forward to make it happen. Is Tev gonna keep this one up? No, Cinder would kill, and we have overtime.
Overtime, I think, is a fitting finish for this match. Both teams have made overcommits. Both teams have made mistakes. And pressure, really, it's been the Dodgers' game to win as they put another shot on net here. It's been a little bit one-sided. You have 8 shots for the Dodgers, 4 shots for the Lightning, but the Lightning really have cleaned up their defensive rotation, getting 4 saves.
Get the Mr. Destructoid emotes out because Kendo's done it again somehow. Oh, very dangerous. Cinder needs to get back now. He actually bumps Superman's. It was a good idea. Finally able to clear this one away. Tev is there. No dunk. Cinder stealing some boost. Superman's to flick up towards the net. Prozac way ahead. Superman's, can he do it? Gets the center. Tev is there. No shot. Here comes Cinder. Try to follow this through his Tev shadows. Not going to work. It's way too hard by Cinder. Prozac trying to shadow himself. Needs to not do that. Now it's an open net. Tev, can he get there? Not quite. It's popped up. Superman's is there, though. Both Lightning members go for it, but it's knocked away, luckily for them, into some open field. As the Dodgers retreat, they regroup. Past one, can't quite get past Tev, but it's still very dangerous, and an own goal!
Oh, no! Not like this, ladies and gentlemen. Great pressure by Cinder to get that 50-50, but because the Dodgers were out of position, the panic overcommit touch ends up resulting in an own goal there. That's a tough way to go out, but the Lightning will earn their first game in this series, and let's see if they can keep that momentum going. You could almost say they stole this one.
They kind of did. The Dodgers were a little bit off this game. I think they just realized they could coast maybe a little bit, but you can't really do that ever when it comes to the MLD, because the moment you start doing that, you lose your momentum, you lose that sort of habit that you already gained in the previous 3 games, and it'll mess you up. And I honestly feel that the Dodgers messed up that game. They need to get it back if they want to make this a 4-1. That said, the Lightning have something to say about that.
Absolutely. So game 5, not decisive, but the Lightning here could ride momentum to a close 3-2 loss in this series.
See if the Lightning can ride the winds of change and close up the loss a little bit. It's Prozac off the wall. Oh, that's so dangerous by Cav. He's so confident in it, though. Superman's going to come up for this. He had time. No need to rush that. Cinder just giving possession right back to him. Here comes Superman. It's going to take on Prozac. Prozac. Oh, there was a demo. It's a good idea, but absolute savagery not working out this time as the shot was wide.
The crossbar has been the MVP for the Lightning for the past about 1.5 games now. As so
games.
Much going on.
Like 1.5 seasons, bro.
Well, I wasn't going to bring our personal endeavors into it, Ninja.
Oh, shot!
Let me tell you, crossbar out once again. Crossbar, please.
The Woodward is the best goalie in the game, proven again by this series. As Tev goes up for this, tries for the center. Prozac reads that very well. A good idea by Prozac as he was covered by Cinder. Now the Dodgers regroup. Stopped by Superman's. You can tell the Dodgers, though, are able to get tons of ball control. They seem to be a little bit more relaxed when they have the ball. The Lightning kind of just want to hit it. It's not exactly the thing to do, as an open net results in Superman's taking one home.
Absolutely. He flew with the greatest of ease down off for that wall touch. Great pass down to Tev, who passes it immediately off of the corner. It's centering perfect, and they're able to punish the overcommit by the Lightning, getting the first goal in this game.
Popped up here. Superman's trying. You know, there's something I'm starting to notice about the Dodgers is they're experimenting with. Unfortunate for Cinder. Brutal.
They were starting to experiment. We'll go back to that thought in a minute. The bar almost claims another victim, but Cinder in the wrong place at the wrong time. Perfect for the Dodgers as they are up 2-0 now.
Dodgers again lurking.
Oh no!
Going off a kickoff. Oh, the Lightning hard. Fortunately, the clouds are starting to break up for them. There's not enough static electricity. They are just completely underpowered. and the Dodgers taking advantage of it. It's just that's a tough pill to swallow.
The cheat up wasn't even a bad thing on that kickoff.
No.
Like, literally, there was almost no way to save that unless you just stayed in net the entire time, as they might get one back here on a very nice 50-50 by Prozac on the opposite end. We'll see if they can change the momentum here.
Plenty of time left, 3:12, as Prozac just reads Tev perfectly, manages to bounce the ball off the top of his car and in. Good heads-up play indeed, and no, they are singeing right now, as the Lightning do not want to make this a 1. Be dangerous. Oh, and off the post again, and bar down and
retention.
Jeez, it's close.
Such a good retention. Heads-up play by Prozac. He gets the initial ball in. Cinder puts it towards the net and the crossbar again, working for both teams, but Prozac gets in there, commits hard. We have a 1-goal game with 3 minutes left.
Decent kickoff here from the Lightning. Now, Dodgers coming up in the air, and it was recognized earlier that they've been experimenting with how to position your rotational on a rotation like that's Superman's.
Oh!
Now Tev shot Cinder, able to knock it away, but they're using some car roll to try to get a little bit more power on their shots and just general plays, trying to use the top and the front of their car whenever they're in the air instead of flipping into the ball. It's good to see that here at this level. It's something that you don't see too often, and when you have good position, you can kind of start focusing on stuff like that. And of course, they have won the series technically, so I guess they can flare it up a little bit.
Hashtag blame Squishy Muffins, because a lot of us are watching all those videos with...
Block from Tev. Fantastic play in net for the Dodgers. Good show, lads.
I was going to say, a lot of us are watching those videos where everybody's doing majestic mechanics, air rolling so much, and we saw a little glimpse of that here as the Dodgers went for the off-the-wall touch. He spinning around, and this is going to go over. Prozac able to get another shot out of the midfield, but another breakdown here in rotation by the look of it. Tev trying to go for boost.
Tev. Yeah, Tev.
It's probably a good idea to go for boost, but
well, you know what though, Tev
need to do it faster.
It's happening. Probably had just enough boost to get some defense going, but it was good by him to just wheel it around and get set as he's going to score this one and break that tie.
And it was a great play off of the face-off. Gets a nice hit out of his own side of the field. Hits a very inconvenient part of that corner there for the defender. Centers for himself, and there's nothing the Lightning could do about that.
Kind of the way it happens sometimes, but the Dodgers just playing super solid soccer indeed. I'm greatly impressed by the Dodgers this series. They've done solidly. They've experimented a little bit. They're showing some skill at developing, and they're listening to each other. Look at the positioning by Superman. Centered. Granted, a little bit of a feels backflip, but he was right there exactly where he needed to be, and the Lightning just preparing for a shot as they know the Dodgers are lurking.
To add to your note there, Tev took the pass and got out. There was no danger of the Lightning making a huge clear and being able to get a shot on net the opposite way during that chance, and that nullifies the fact that Superman's felt backflip on that offensive try.
Well, you know what, though? We were harping on previous series, the Wolves and the Champ Lightning, I should say, were, there were some double commits there where nobody was rotating back. They were already looking for another shot when there was just no way there was going to be another shot. Now, it seems like this Lightning squad has this Dodger squad has looked at the previous game.
Oh, no.
And now it's a double commit, completely extending the lead, possibly. Tev flips into the ball, and it will go in. 2-goal lead, 14 seconds left at this level. That's going to be a dagger.
You can file that under the not like this. It was a beautiful thought, but when you underestimate the height on the ball, both players overcommitting beautifully, majestically flying through the air, hitting nothing but air. Yeah, this one's pretty much over. 9 seconds now. 2-goal lead. Sad to say it, but the Lightning are going to lose this matchup 4-1. So close on that consolation goal.
Fantastic stuff, but your Skype just went nuts again. I'm sorry, man.
I need to figure that out. We're going to try to figure that out in between matches. I am not sure why it's doing that. I mean,
it's all right. We'll figure it out. No worries.
Really, really, really weird. So I do apologize. Those of you who really like my voice, I hope it sounds really not terrible echoed.
No, it's completely Mr. Destructoid. It's fantastic.
It's Mr. Destructoid? I like it.
So I'm saying in the chat, if ever Kendo...
Give me all your bits.
There you go. See? Now, but the Dodgers playing really solid Rocket League in this last match. It was great job by them to take that win. The Lightning struggled a little bit. They had some double commits issues. They had some communication issues. You can tell they were struggling. They knew they were going up against a really tough team. Is it safe to say that they tried too hard?
Is it safe to say the Lightning tried too hard?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I would say they did not. They need to really practice and focus on the defensive rotation. You can overcommit sometimes, but the way that they were overcommitting, you need to make sure that if you do overcommit, somebody has enough boost to get back to at least interfere with the ball. And that's one of the most important things in communication. You talk about how much boost you have throughout the whole time that you're on the field. Like, hey, but it's what we used to do with the Lightning. Like,
we still do.
Ninja, I got 80 boost. I'm back.
Yeah. And for those wondering, in that particular situation, I'm up attacking or whatever. He's got 80 boost in the back. That means I get out of there and try to chase that ball or do whatever I need to do to get that ball towards the net so Kendo can come up and take a shot.
Get that touch and get out.
That said, for example, I take the shot and he's all the way at the back. He's got all that boost to get up there and start challenging while I have time to get back. That's the rotation, the communication, knowing where your guy is. And it's something that the Platinum League really stresses. You have to communicate. You have to be in the correct position. Most of the time, you don't even need all that great mechanics, but positioning and communication are paramount in the Platinum League, as displayed right there by the Dodgers, did those two things very well.
Yes, and to answer the question fully, no, I don't think they were trying too hard as much as they ran into a team that looked very polished, took advantage of every single mistake that the Lightning made, and the Lightning made enough mistakes to make the Dodgers look really good today.
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and move again towards the Champions League. Up next is the Elite and the Rhinos. We want to thank Balls Energy for the Play of the Week sponsorship. Guys, if you saw any plays in that last series, clip them, throw them up on the Twitter, hashtag POTW. I got it right this time, kid.
Dude.
Oh, he's got the orange.
Let me tell you, the orange is legit. Orange is absolutely legit.
You know, Balls, all that. Want to thank them so much. We can't forget about Arctic for PC cooling needs. The last I heard, that giveaway did end. I didn't hear who won it, but stay tuned for, he said cryptically. We'll be right back. You're watching the MLD Network on twitch.tv.